This is the morning weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 4th of July. On this Independence Day, the weather hot as a firecracker, highs up in the 90s. Have a few spotty showers and thunderstorms around later today. Maybe a little more active tomorrow. And of course, we're still watching Hurricane Beryl in the Caribbean. Upper air look early this morning. Ridge all across the deep south, making the weather hot. The westerlies on top of the heat ridge across the northern states. We'll check the radar composite early this morning, about 5 o'clock. Got a few small isolated showers around Mobile Bay down in the Gulf waters, but most of the state is dry. It's a very muggy, humid, warm morning. Birmingham sitting at 80. We've also got 80 for Mobile, most spots mid to upper 70s. Highs up in the 90s again today. And again, because the dew points are high, the Weather Service has a heat index or a heat advisory in effect for the state. That's where the heat index could reach 105 today in spots. And again, west of the state, those are excessive heat warnings for parts of West Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, and also some heat issues back over the western third of the country. Here's the severe weather outlook through tonight. We have a risk of severe storms from the South Plains of Texas over to near Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. This is tomorrow, a small marginal risk for parts of Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Kentucky. And on day 3, which is Saturday, got a marginal risk from near Lubbock, Texas, up into South Dakota. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. For most of the state, a pretty good chance you'll see over 1 inch. This is, of course, on an average basis. Rain distribution very uneven this time of the year, but this is the rain valid through Thursday morning of next week. So I thought we would check the latest drought monitor here before we go on to the tropical stuff. This was released yesterday. Typically, this product is released once a week on Thursday, but because of the holiday that was released yesterday, and you can see the moderate drought conditions kind of increasing across the state. That's where you see the darker shades of yellow, the brighter yellow, that is abnormally dry soil conditions. And hopefully we'll see some decent showers around here over the next 7 days to alleviate this. So in the tropics, just 2 features. Really, if you take out Beryl, the Atlantic is really quiet. We got Hurricane Beryl in the Caribbean and a tropical wave in the Caribbean as well, trailing Beryl, Invest 96L. And this thing is just having a hard time. Hurricane Center not expecting this to develop. This is the chance of development over the next 7 days, only 20%. Again, this will follow a track very identical to Beryl. The problem with this thing, dry air, shear, and upwelling from Beryl, cooler SSTs in the path of this thing. So again, not expected to be a problem. And again, the satellite presentation of Beryl continues to degenerate this morning. Thought we'd show kind of a broader view. You can see the Florida, the Alabama Gulf Coast, and Beryl down there to the south in the Caribbean. The top winds are now down to 120 miles an hour. And again, with that type presentation, you can see that there's some westerly shear going on here. The forecast idea has not changed. Latest forecast track from the Hurricane Center. This comes into the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico after midnight tonight as a Category 2 hurricane. It weakens over the Yucatan to a tropical storm. And then in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, it remains a tropical storm for most of the journey, then possibly reaching minimal hurricane status by the time of the final landfall just south of Brownsville, Texas, Sunday night. Category 1, the remnant circulation coming up the Rio Grande. And again, in this case, the positives might outweigh the negatives for South Texas in that there's a good chance they'll see some beneficial rain. But again, you can see the Hurricane Center forecasting a minimal 75-mile-per-hour hurricane at the time of landfall Sunday night just below Brownsville. ATCF set very good agreement with the NHC track. The wind guidance shows continued weakening, which is good. And for the Alabama, Northwest Florida Gulf Coast, the only problem, we have a high rip current risk tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. And obviously, this will be one of the most crowded weekends of the year on the Gulf Coast, being the 4th of July weekends. Just be aware to watch those flags. Double red, you stay totally out of the water. Red flags, you might consider staying out of the water. So again, a high rip current danger for that stretch from Fort Morgan, Dauphin Island, over to Destin and Panama City Beach tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So model fans, let's take it one day at a time. This is today at 4 o'clock coming off the GFS. This is the 06C run. Again, got the ridge here across the Deep South, troughing over the High Plains states, and just a classic summer day. Partly sunny, hot, humid, highs mid-90s, a few spotty showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. This is the high-resolution HERM model, and we stress the radar's not going to look exactly like this, but this is suggesting, again today, the better chance of getting a storm could be over the southern half of the state, but there'll be some over North Alabama as well. So this is tomorrow, and most likely this will offer the highest coverage of showers and thunderstorms of the next several days. Still, we can't promise rain for everybody, but we'll say scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms, highs low to mid-90s. Now, Saturday, the GFS is trending drier, where other runs have shown a pretty decent coverage of scattered showers and storms. We won't change the forecast that much based on this one run. Highs low 90s, partly sunny. And Sunday looking relatively dry at this point. But again, no doubt there'll be a few spotty showers and storms about. And again, you can see Beryl coming up on Brownsville, the southern tip of Texas. So Monday, Beryl is inland over South Texas. They'll see some beneficial rain. And again, we'll see spotty showers and storms about. Same thing Tuesday, same thing Wednesday. Highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s, partly sunny with scattered random, mostly afternoon and evening showers and storms. This is a week from today. Thursday, the 11th of July, the really, really nasty heat will be out there over the western states. You can see that 597 ring out there, just routine heat for us. And again, a few scattered storms. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, July 13th. Again, the higher heights over the western states. And it's the same thing for us. Partly sunny, hot, humid, scattered storms. I mean, the forecast here just doesn't change much in July and August, unless there's a tropical system involved. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean still up there in the 2 to 3 inch range, the green line, between now and the 19th of July. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. Highs low to mid-90s, lows mostly in the 70s, right on through Sunday the 14th. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance, this is for July 11th through July 17th. Temperatures here a little above average. All right, I like it. Fireworks aplenty last night. That was at the Hoover Country Club. These fireworks down at Fort Novacell down in South Alabama. Their Freedom Day had a big fireworks show on the base last night, and it was a great night for the fireworks. And you know, a lot of folks are planning on attending fireworks shows tonight, obviously. And again, we'll see these spotty showers and storms about, but most of them, maybe not all, but most of them tend to dissipate by 9 o'clock, and most of the fireworks shows around here kick off at 9 o'clock. Thought this was kind of cool. This was Logan Martin Lake and their fireworks show last night. And the most impressive thing about this, look at all the boats out there. There's got to be over 100 boats at least on the lake watching the fireworks show last night. But that was just such a cool sight. Hey, Vulcan last night, getting ready for the big fireworks show on Red Mountain tonight. Thunder on the Mountain. Looking very patriotic. And a few shots from the Gulf Coast. Sunset was just glorious. And if you're headed down that way, again, the weather's going to be fine. You'll see a good 7 to 9 hours of sunshine each day on the Gulf Coast. But again, as we said before here, just keep in mind the rip current danger will be high tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. And quickly, some video. This is from Jamaica. Now, this is from Montego Bay, which is the northern part of Jamaica, last night. The roughest ride was the southern coast of Jamaica, but a lot of folks couldn't get a flight out. They rode that thing out. Of course, we'll find out kind of more today, the damage that occurred across the island. But again, that was with Beryl passing by last night. So that'll do it today. And obviously, with the 4th of July holiday, things are pretty quiet. There's no book event this weekend. We'll be back on it Monday on the road doing our typical summer programs. And the next book signing will be a week from Saturday. Don't have the details, but as soon as I get that from the publisher, we'll pass it on. And hey, we do invite you to watch us on TV tonight. I'll be there. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great Independence Day, and God bless.